Hello Tiny Tellers and welcome back to this channel. Today we are in Bradford, West Yorkshire, and behind me right here is something that's called the Bowling Hall Museum, a historic building that you can find in the West Bowling of Bradford, based in Yorkshire. So this place has been up for many history. It's been through battles, wars, was the Battle of Yorkshire Rose, and it used to be owned by Oliver Cromwell back in about the 1700s. Don't know if I'm right or wrong, but we'll find out later on when we get some information inside and that stuff. But yeah, this is one of the hidden locations where not many people know about, or basically or come to. It's even your first time being here, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
I've been around the grounds, but I don't think I've ever been here.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what's.
Yeah, it's gonna be inside what they've changed and that, cause it's last time I were over here, it was been just over like 4 or 5 years ago since I last been here. So yeah, this is one of the buildings. It's been classed as one of the most haunted ones in West Yorkshire. We also with ghostly sightings over the coming past years, including the Red Room and the Master Room and all that stuff. But without further ado, we're going to take you inside and take a little bit of tour inside, see what they offer, and get one and what was it, and get some information about the building inside. But without further ado, guys, shall we crack on in?
Spices coming from the Spice Islands and the Americas. So you've got cinnamon, you've got ginger, you've got black pepper, and you've got cardamom seeds from South America. Nutmeg, one of the most expensive spices ever. It was said that if you caught the bubonic plague, this is what the plague looks like down the microscope. This little bacilli. Of course, the rats would have the flea, which would jump onto people, bite them, injecting the bacilli into the bloodstream. It was said that nutmeg was the best, but only if you were rich. It's very expensive. It was an antibacterial, helped to combat the symptoms of the plague.
Damn.
This is the most expensive fruit. Back in the 17th century, when Francis Tempest was here, you wouldn't eat it. What you would do, because it was so expensive, you would hire it. You would place it on your table if you had guests coming for dinner. It was just to show off.
So they're more of a displayed item than actual casual eating item.
So it was about £60 in the 17th century to buy a pineapple, which is about £1,000 in the 21st century. So you place it on your table, perhaps in the Great Hall, through there, the Great Hall, and people would just look at it. But if you go to America and you go down to the deep south, such as Alabama and Tennessee, if you were staying at one of the houses as a guest, if you stayed far too long, one of the servants would put a pineapple on the end of your bed to tell you you've overstayed your welcome.
That's one way to say it.
In the deep south of America.
Didn't know about that one.
Yeah. So this is a time scale of foods. Of course, if you the harvest fail. So if you read all about that, and you can read this, tells you. So I'll let you look around anyway.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
Look, nice adventure in the cold kitchen. press cupboard. This saw cupboard in partially 17th century, but was probably made up with additional carved panels in the mid 19th century. Outdoor furniture was then fashionable, and many pieces were imported from new cave-ins and constructed entirely from bits of other pieces of furniture.
Some cupboards were originally intended to display as well as store plates and other items, and this tradition was continued by dressers and plate racks.
It's not bad. So some of these items have been here for pretty much years upon years, centuries, guys, in here. That I found in that. We are in the cold kitchen, one of the other historic places based in the 1500s. So this room was part of a building extension in the 1500s, carried out by the Tempest family. The cold kitchen was cold because there was no fire, no nothing to keep it going to keep the kitchen cold. The cold kitchen was cold because there was no fire for dairy and laundry that was carried out in here, away from the heat and the warm kitchen. The cold kitchen was basically intended to be staffed by women who bring in the milk from cows, sheep, goats, and leave it to stand in the shallow dishes, allowing the cream to rise, and then after that they could be turned into chunks of butter. The milk was be poured into large containers where remnants was made into intestines, and cows are from the seeds heard of milk's testicles would be added to thicken of the cheese and that. Butter had many uses in the Middle and Tudor cooking. It could be sprayed directly onto bread, but it could be also made into fat used for cooking stuff, and it could be made into a cheesecake, puffy pastries. It would need to was preserve butter. It was then lasted through the winter months when the animals wouldn't be milked, and salt would be added to it to seal the earthware crockery pots and that. If I give you a detail of, guys, this is what I was basically reading from and that. So this is a bit of history. You are more than welcome to pause the video at some point, guys, of it if you are wanting to read that. But yeah, this is the rest of the kitchen, of the signs of the cold kitchen. You can see all the old instruments, the tools that they used to have in that in the cold kitchen. And this is the door from the Bradford prison Ivegate that got removed. Presented by William A. Williams. W.A. Williams, 1727. So a bit of history there. So yeah, we're going to move into a different section of the area now. So yeah, we're gonna have a bit of a tour of it. Tour of it. So jeez, old photo of how it used to be being back in 1925 of Bowling Hall. So yeah, I will be truthful. We don't know much history of this, so we did have a bit of a tour, but we should have record, but we didn't record a bit of it. So we're going to move into the a room that is called the parlour. So the parlour. This room was a mid 17th century bay window owner. Actually, you read this. Owner Francis and Caroline Lebron remodeled this room with considerable oak panels and a palette panels above the fireplace. In the early 18th century, during this period, it is likely to have been used as an intimate family room or eating room. On display are examples of how the owners of Bowling Hall adapts their older possessions to keep up with the popular style of the late 17th century and early 1800s. So, not bad bit of history of this area. If you want to read the rest of it, guys, you're more than welcome to pause it a little bit. But yeah, this room is definitely got some history of it. There you go. No worries. YouTube History channel.
Sarah. Sarah.
Yes.
Come with me now, please.
Where are you?
Well, where do you think these are going? These are going to sit in this classroom. Come on.
Scared.
This is what we call the main hall of the Bowling Hall Museum. Nice bar. Do you want to read this one out? Come on. Here's the thing, guys, right? She says she wants to come out, but most times she gets camera shy. Even though she tells me that she's ready to talk in channel. So yeah, the house body. This is the Great Hall or house body. It was known as in the Tudor Yorkshire. The room was altered by the Tempest family in the Tudor period at the end of the 1600s, replacing a medieval feasting hall. In the early 18th century, Francis and Caroline redesigned the house body and adding the ceiling and a balcony. This room would have been the heart of Bowling Hall, where meals were served and receptions with entertainment held. More than that. I'll let you guys pause the video because sometimes I do struggle to read most parts. That's the matter. But yeah, you could imagine back in the 1600s where how they would have feast and that over the years and that. So back in the 1500s they would have only had some bit of a ham bread, then moved up to Tudor period times, all the way up to fruit that made imports. the Restoration period, where people started to discover more food and more varieties, and all up to the pastries of Tudor times. But yeah, these are the stained glass windows. The coat of arms or the crest in the windows dates the 1500s. Many are linked with the Tempest family, who owned Bullen Hall from 1497 to 1649, and others from Bradford and West Yorkshire families. So you can imagine what went on in this room over the years. So this guy is apparently called William Belden. This is an ancestor of Francis Belden, whose portrait is in the tower's bedroom. The Beldens were the local family and a good friend of the Tempests. This was painted after his death from 1562 to 1627. It's not bad. But yeah, you can imagine what went on. So originally that was not there. So I wonder how they got up there then.
Look how high the roof is as well.
Look at that. All the deers that they've been hunting over the years and chests of armour. And if you'd well known of Bradford, this is the Bradford Boar. That used to be, that is best known in Bradford. So we are going to move into the second part, is the drawing room and afternoon tea of the area. This area's got way warmer. All of a sudden it's got a lot warm in here.
Yeah, it's that beautiful laid out room.
So you could imagine all the tea parties that they've had, the drawing room where they had other guests, small gatherings, drink ups, conversations, and everything that may have happened in this room, in the dressing room. I'll give you guys a bit of history of it. So you are now in the Georgian wing redesigned by the Captain Charles Wood and his wife Caroline in 1778 and to the 1780. It was redesigned by John Carr of York, who was also worked on the Harewood House. The plaster ceiling is his own neon classic style, and the room is decorated in its original colours. The cool and elegant blue was the world away from the dark wooden panels and that. I'll give you a chance to give that a pause and read that. But yeah, these are the two that used to design it. I'll give you guys a read of this one and a pause for a moment if you're on your phone. But yeah, you could imagine what actually originally happened in this room and that. With all the parties and that. I can tell you one thing, right, it's got absolutely warm here compared to the hall.
Yeah,
Hall in that.
I've noticed that.
Really warm. But yeah, it does have a bit of a spooky history to this as well. Well, as that. But yeah, this is a bit of a. The whole idea is it's a bit of a tour in here of what's inside Bowling Hall Museum. King Edward. So this was King Edward actually. Kind of creepy as well. Creepy looking. I will say that. And this guy was Moses Bottomley. I don't know what was his book. So we are now entering the dining room. Damn. So this is the dining room in the Georgian and Victoria area. There's a little dog there as well. Little stuffed dog there, passing there. Just eyeing up the. Was it?
It's gone.
Looks like it's gone, doesn't it?
In case it's gone.
Yeah. No, it's a scone, isn't it? Scone. Scone. But yeah, this is probably one of the where one of the families actually came and dined up here in Georgian times. Yeah, so meal times changed for the upper classes in the Georgian period. A midday meal was introduced, and dinner was now eaten in the evening as dining rooms would be lit with artificial light. Dinner consisted of seven courses and lots of dishes, such as soup, game or meats with gravy, jelly, sweet meats or fruits. So you can imagine if I zoom in of what they used to eat actually.
Lobster and fish.
Yeah, so fish, fruit, egg, lobster, wine, and I think over there is like egg as well, with their posh cutlery. And if I zoom in, I don't know what's it over there. Is I think that looks like ornaments. Two dog ornaments or something like that, Japanese dog ornaments. Ornaments of that. But yeah, it is looking good in here. But yeah, we'll move on to the next room, guys, upstairs. So they do say that some parts of this building is haunted and that they have had chandeliers move or slightly moving on its own, just slowly swaying. Captain Charles Wood, and Caroline Wife, Captain or Charles Wood. Damn. Let's start with head up. we've got two sections. I think we should go with the red room. Go into the red room. The chamber's horse. I can see why they called it the red room here. Because look at that. Wow. I don't know why there's a bit of a cotton up there wrapped around it. But, yeah. It's quite dark in the red room as well. It's amazing what you see. Over there, if we zoom in, looks like it's someone's wig. Like a wig and a fan.
This is only getting up for
Fan as well. It's kind of creepy as well in here.
chamber house.
What a find.
So this big wardrobe.
And they've got a little
Bed.
bird cage as well.
Oh, bed.
Yeah, this big wardrobe
That's
cupboard
a
next
cool
to it.
bed.
It is a colour red. What's it
Is
called?
the
What's it says there?
chrome cupboard.
Read it.
Bed.
Go on, good. John, read it. Read about it then. She's got that shy again.
And then I'll take a picture.
But yeah, I can see why that is called the red room around here. This is the nursery.
Like children's area.
Yeah. Do you want to read about this one? Go on. I'll let you guys read about this one. Because for the moment I'm struggling to read out. So dyslexia is kicking in.
No, but isn't it amazing how nurses have evolved from like now to
They had a lot more in here. You could tell that they had a lot more of stuff to do in here, in the nursery.
very bizarre to put a piano in a nursery.
Well, it's more of it. They had it. It was more of a learning, homeschooling as well. That's how it was as well.
Dallas's piano.
Piano.
I like the drum behind it as well.
Yeah. So in the Georgian period, children's play was a type of rational entertainment. This means that they were given toys and encouraged to play games that helped them develop skills needed for adulthood. Young girls would play with doll houses to learn about household management. Young boys would play with soldiers to develop strategy and planning skills. Board games helped children develop their reading, writing, and maths. The children would be given lesson in the nursery by their governors. They would have learned to ride, hunt, and hunt in the grounds. In the grounds and played outside games such as tennis, which was played by both boys and girls and was popular in the 1700s. That's not bad. Oh, so you can see all the different games that I used to play. From like marbles and there's giraffes.
Giraffes and like little farm animals and
Yeah. A little dollhouse as well.
The dollhouse is still a thing. I used to know that.
They're actually still around. Yeah,
Dollhouses are.
yeah.
I don't think they're as popular now. But
So you can imagine what went on in that. There's a little
chalkboard.
yeah, read it. Shirley. Well, yet a boy I saw for ghosts and the shed.
And sped through many listing chambers, caves and ruins and woods
Woods.
where fearful slept.
Well, fearful steps. Something. Hope of high talks with the departed dead. That's kind of spooky. That is really spooky. Right, let's move on down here then. Oh, it's a bit steep. So yeah, this is where we was earlier on, guys. If you imagine, it's a bit trippy being up here as well. It was. But yeah, we are making our way. So we are making way further down here. If I remember, this is where the ghost room, as it is. One of the children. Let's have a look in the ghost room. So, that is a famous lady in white, as people say. I'll give you a moment to read that because I'm unable to read that this far. But yeah, this room is a lot. I will say that.
It does have that creepy kind of vibe.
It's been in if you remember before, it's been in a more haunted as well at one time. Over the past years.
It says the bed has initials dating from 1662 on it.
Even the eyes are a little bit creepy. Like they're watching you.
Imagine waking up and like your eyes follow you around the room.
Yeah, they have that eye following like feel to it. I can see why they say this room has been spooky. And they do have a secret hatch as well over there.
Yeah, that blends in with the wall.
Yeah. But them girls over there, they are definitely spooky. Looks like they can move looks like their eyes can actually move. Especially that one. Looks like the eyes can move. But we won't say no about that one. But yeah, don't know what to say much to that one about the ghost room. But we'll probably come back to it either way. But let's move on. I don't know which way we can go.
The chamber in the town.
We can go there, can't we? Well, not quite sure. Yeah. Let's have a look up here. We don't know what's up here, but we'll have a look. Oh wow. It's a bit cold in here. It's spooky as well.
It's a bit cold up there.
Ballinall's first owners. Robert Bowling Souls. Medieval clothing. So you can imagine what went on in this area. But yeah, I will say this, guys. I don't know what to don't know much what to say about it. Oh wow. That is spooky as well. Alright, that's what she is on about, so with the peephole in here. It just feels spooky in here. And drifty as well. Oh, I'll smooth the camera over here. So I'm guessing whose room this belongs to. I wonder. Oh, Robert's. It was Robert Bowling's room. By the looks of it, but I'm taking a guess.
Guys, the floor's creaking as well.
I'm taking a guess of it.
Different suits, but I'm not scared. Is the museum done already? No, you've got the
Go back down the stairs now.
Oh, yeah, go on. So we won't let us from the moment.
Right, I'll just face it this way. We'll just wait till they go down, so we're not filming Leylands. Yeah. It is definitely has its history in that up here. No worries. Got a lot I didn't do. So yeah. It's kind of amazing how they've actually built this over years. Or how they made it.
The floors are quite creaky though.
They're uneven as well. Show her. So this is the chamber in the towers. room by the looks of it. Francis building. So I wonder if this is one of Francis Belden's room. Or the baby in the cradle. That's creepy. So you can imagine, what happened in this room. Quite a lot. And that. All the old, all the old toys. Wooden toys. Iron bed key. Let's move further down. Ooh.
The blue bedroom.
The blue bedroom. Not really that blue. But I can see why. Very blue bed. There's not much to show in this room, but yeah. Let's go on to the civil war room.
No, there's like steps that lead up.
I think that leads somewhere else. That's off limits. Yeah, there we go. Hey, Cromwell's face, clear face. His death mask. So, at Walton Moor, 30th of June 1643. We had a bit of a battle. King Charles. All cannonballs. What are you thinking?
I quite like it. It's quite well laid out and quite detailed and stuff.
Yeah. So you can imagine the amount of like civil battles and all the strategies and wars that's been started up in here in the old days. But yeah, I'm wondering what's up there though. They do have a underground cellar. That's literally just covers the all entire underground. But we're not allowed to go down there. So the blue room was added in the Tudor times. by Richard and Rosalind Temple. Officer. Yeah, let's head back downstairs. I think that's it. That's literally the tour. Sit it down again. There again.
Enjoyed it?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Excellent.
No worries.
Very good.
So there you have it, guys. That is a brief tour and a brief history of the Bowling Hall Museum. Downside is I did forget to do the back history of it, and I tried kindly to get a repeat of it, but didn't quite happen. But that's totally fine. That's totally fine. My fault, my loss. Love that one. Inside of it is. It's strange. It's weird. It does hold up a lot of history in there. That is unbelievable. People in that one. It has a lot of it has a ghost room, red room. It's like a TARDIS if you were.
There were certain rooms that were warmer than others. Though.
Yeah, I think that was because of the case of that. Some rooms had radiators in them, so it's not spooky about that one because they did have radiators on that one and that. But but the inside tour was long. It was big. They did have like underground cellars, and they did have the chambers on the top, as well as the Civil War room and that. But what's your thoughts anyway? 'Cause it's your first time being here, isn't it?
I think so, yeah. I think I've been on the grounds, but I don't think I've ever been in. I don't really remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was good. It was like quite informative, quite laid out.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a shame they've got to put signs on stuff saying, "Oh, don't sit here," which implies that people have and they've damaged stuff. The stuff has been damaged. But
Yeah, I could imagine that it's like this. They don't want stuff getting damaged over years.
Preserve stuff, which
Yeah.
makes sense.
It does. Yeah, it does really make sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because the amount of history that's here, that the chat kept alive is just unbelievable, really, and all that stuff.
And like some rooms you can only go so far in.
Yeah. It's a shame that we didn't get the intro of the history as well, but that
She explained it quite well, didn't she?
Yeah, she did quite explain it well, but it was kind of our fault that too. We didn't really ask permission to record it. Well, we got too hooked in and sucked into the history of it, and that. But yeah, you are more than welcome to find it online. There's a big history buff online for the backstory of it and that. But yeah. But if you guys have enjoyed the history tour and sort of the inside of the Bowling Hall Museum in West Yorkshire, based in Bradford, you are more than welcome to come. It's open most days, and from 12, I think it's from 10 till 4 each day. I'm pretty sure of it. Can't remember of it. Also, but yeah.
But I think we should end the video like by doing it because there is like the grounds as well.
But yeah. What we'll do is we'll end the video of taking you around the surroundings of the building, and we'll end it from there, guys. As I say, we're not experts at filming. We might have messed up at some point over there because we're not experts of it. We're still learning on YouTube and that. So feel free to subscribe to this channel, pop a like, and tell your thoughts down below in the comments, because you guys have started getting more and more interactive with our videos, and we do appreciate it. But without further ado, guys, this is me and Sam. It's been a very good sunny day in here outside the Bowling one, and I shall see you in the next video. Now, let's give you a tour of. Let's do the outro of the surrounding areas. Bye bye for now, guys. Shy. Stop with shy.